So I was going to get nerdy on mashups. So, I mean, you mentioned that they're in the same key and like the same progression. So, listening to all these different mashups, I'm an acapella arranger
Right.
and an acapella nerd. And so, when you have these two songs, like, how do you decide, like, is one of them the main vehicle and the other one weaves its way in? Do you bring the keys closer together?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're. I mean, sometimes you're lucky and then they're same key. I mean, the album that I did, I mean, Nothing Else Matters and Nights in White Satin. You know, Moody Blues, 1967, and Black Album, what 1991 that came out.
91.
And I remember even when that song came out, I'm like, this is the, you know, I mean, my stock phrase on that is anybody who's played the guitar for 15 minutes knows that Nothing Else Matters and Nights in White Satin are basically the same song. I mean, even the tempo is really close. They're both in E minor. They're both in 6/8 time. And so when I did these mashups, it was usually trading off. Like the vocal line of one song goes on the backing track of, you know, the bass line. So when I did, for example, Billie Jean and Roundabout, which again, same chord progression, and two very iconic bass lines, arguably the most iconic bass line of the 70s and the most iconic bass line of the 80s,
True.
right? So it's like the dun 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 with the acoustic guitar harmonics and the vocal melody Roundabout. And then the second verse, it's the thundering Rickenbacker bass line with the Billie Jean vocal on top of it. So I usually try to alternate them like that.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, that's like some deep cuts musical knowledge.
Jay was a mad scientist, like up in the middle of the night. And, you know, again, the technology helps because you can rip stems from places. And now, I mean, when I started doing this, they didn't have, like, now in the DAWs, you have the option to just strip out. Even in CapCut, you can strip out. It's amazing. Video production software, you can strip out individual parts of the songs. So that helps because then, okay, even if they're in different keys, let me strip the vocal of this song, lower it to the same key as the other one, and then change the tempo because you got to match the tempo. And that became a template. And then because none of these are sampled, all of these are replayed. They're covers, right? So then I would go into the studio with the guys to say, okay, here's the template using these, you know, horribly tuned, out of tune vocals that sound like the Chipmunks because they're not in the right key. But that became a template for how we would actually record it.